Hello, this is Mrs. Delacath again. This is the second video in a series of two videos about geometric shapes. We've already discussed the basic shapes, how to identify, draw, label, and name them. We've talked about the different kinds of angles, what complementary and supplementary angles are. And we've talked about what the different kinds of polygons look like, the different kinds of triangles, the different kinds of quadrilaterals, and the different kinds of 5, 6, 8, and 10-sided polygons are, as well as regular polygons. That's on the previous video. On this video, we're going to talk about just a few other topics that I couldn't fit in the other video because of the time constraint. So let's get started. Alright, first of all, we're going to talk about the parts of a right triangle. Parts of a right triangle, obviously we're going to have the right angle, but you already know that's what makes something a right triangle. But in a right triangle, of course, we have the right angle. So if I draw the sides of a right triangle, I just can't seem to draw them straight, unfortunately. Let's try it one more time. Let's see if I use the touchpad, if it'll be better. Way better, okay? There's a right angle, and if I move the cursor away, it looks like an L. And surprisingly, the word legs starts with L. So if this is my right angle, right here, the legs are the sides of the right triangle that form that right angle. So there are two legs, that side and that side. They form the L. If I connect the endpoints of those two sides with another segment, that segment, the one across from the right angle, the longest side of the right triangle, has the longest name, and that word is pronounced hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. So in a right triangle, we have several parts. We have the right angle. We have the legs, the sides that make the L of the right angle. They're called legs. And then the longest side has the longest name. It is the hypotenuse. Okay, next we have a circle. This should be interesting. I couldn't draw a right angle. Let's see if I can draw anything that even closely resembles a circle. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so let's try and make a big one. Okay, we're going to pretend that's a circle. All right? Okay, so in that circle, first of all, there's a center, and that center, we're just going to pretend is right there. All the points on the circle are the same distant, or what we call equidistant, from the center. I would like for you to be able to identify the diameter and the radius. They're both line segments. Okay? The diameter is longer than the word radius. The diameter goes from a point on the actual circle through the center across to the other side. And of course it's supposed to be straight. That is the diameter. And then we have what's called the radius. And the radius is the shorter word. Well, that's not a good color to use. Let's get rid of that color because it looks just like the red. Let's use green. Okay. So the radius is shorter word. It's a shorter segment. It's a segment that goes from the center to any point on the circle. So the diameter goes through the center from one endpoint on the circle to the other endpoint on the circle, and the radius goes from the center to a point on the circle. Those are the definitions of diameter and radius, and that's what they look like. They're color coordinated. You can see them. Okay. Finally, we have some geometric solids that I would like for you to be able to identify. So let's start with cylinder. So we're going to match these up. So the cylinder is this orangish picture over here. That is a cylinder. Okay. Next, we have a cube. And the cube looks just like a die. I think everybody knows that that is a cube. Okay. Next we have a prism, and in this case I have specifically called it a rectangular prism because the base of it is a rectangle. That is a prism. Okay. Next we have a pyramid. I'm hoping everybody can recognize a pyramid. A pyramid looks like the Egyptian pyramids. That is a pyramid. Okay. Next we have a cone. And a cone essentially looks like an ice cream cone. This one just happens to be upside down. The cone in this video is right there. Okay. And finally, we have a sphere. Let's see, what color haven't I used yet? I haven't used yellow. So the sphere looks just like a ball. So the sphere is right there. It shouldn't have gone through the cube. So let me get rid of that. Go back to my sphere. There we go. There's the sphere. Okay, so those are the geometric solids that you are responsible for being able to recognize. You do not have to be able to draw them. You just have to be able to look at a picture and know what it is called. That's it. Good luck with this.